Shalom, all the praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of the great millstone who rule well, teach well, and honors to you brothers who are pushing this word in sincerity and in faith. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, Baruch Thumb. To you sincere, you hopeful elect brothers, and you few sisters who, subscribe to the videos, okay, and the teachings of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, through the apostles and the elders, okay, and the brothers, man. So this right here, this digital dollar is gonna lead to the mark of the beast, okay. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen signaled the Biden administration supports research into the viability of a digital dollar, a shift from the lack of enthusiasm shown for the concept under her predecessor, Stephen Mnuchin. So, going back to the top, Yellen signals interest in backing digital dollar research. So once again, these damn devils, at first they always mention something. They say, "Oh, we don't want to do that. It's not sustainable. It's not realistic." Then these niggas do exactly what they said they weren't gonna do. It says it makes sense for central banks to be looking at issuing sovereign digital currencies, which there's nothing sovereign about them. All right. Yellen said at a virtual conference on Monday, hosted by the New York Times. She said a digital version of the dollar could help address hurdles in financial inclusion in the U.S. among low-income households. And who are the low-income households? The 12 tribes of Israel. All right. It says it could help address hurdles. And they always acting like they helping you. They not helping you, Jake. They've never wanted to help you. They don't help Jake. Okay? And it reads, too many Americans don't have access to easy payment systems and banking accounts. And I think this is something that a digital dollar, a central bank digital currency, could help with. So they're saying, okay, this digital currency needs to ultimately be pushed by the central banking system. All right, and a lot of people say, oh, well, the Bitcoin is, it isn't regulated, but it is regulated. It is official through a government entity. Because if Bitcoin wasn't official through a government entity, then the shit wouldn't be around, man. Okay? High levels of the military-industrial complex have their hand into Bitcoin, man. Have their hand into this Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogcoin, so on and so forth. There is no currency out here that the so-called white man does not have rule over, man. You're not going to have no black dollars, Chinese dollars. It ain't happening. They control the money. They control the earth, the so-called white man. It says too many Americans don't have access to easy payment systems and banking accounts. Which what's more I mean, what's more easy, man? Today, all we need is a series of numbers on our debit card, credit card. That's it. It's not much easier than that, but they're trying to make it even more easy for you. Okay? And it says, and I think this is something that a digital dollar, and she reiterates, a central bank digital currency could help with. She said it could result in faster, safer, and cheaper payments. I mean, it don't get much faster than it already is. Okay? It says in cheaper payments. And it's going to be cheaper payments, all right? Because this digital currency is going to be given to you via the RFID microchip. And they're going to do away with cash. It says, which I think are important goals. Slovakia. A number of central banks, including the U.S. Federal Reserve, have been conducting research into how digital versions of their own currency would work. Officials generally see both opportunity and risks, and many central banks have moved slowly to embrace the idea. While China has proceeded with pilot program tests of a digital yuan. Treasury endorsement. This is the most forward-leaning a Treasury Secretary has ever been in endorsing a digital dollar. Josh Lipsky, director of Atlantic Council's Geoeconomic Center, said of Yellen's comments Monday, which Yellen is a lesser luminary, man. Yeah, you know that she's got money. All right. Says, I read, and she's a damn Edomite. She's a damn devil. Okay, it says, I read it as an endorsement for Treasury to be involved in the exploration of central bank digital currencies, and we haven't seen that before. So now that's on the table. Now they're bringing it up in the year 2021. All right, it says the U.S. Central Bank announced last year that staff members at the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston were conducting research in conjunction with the MIT, right? So the Massachusetts Institution of Technology, Media Lab in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So they're not going, to some no-name school out in the middle of nowhere in Vermont. They're going to the top, arguably the top university in the nation. Arguably, okay? It gets no better as far as technology is concerned. It gets no better than MIT. All right? MIT is higher than Harvard, really, I believe, when it comes to acceptance. Okay, getting into MIT is like that's like a 1 in a million chance. All right, it says the U.S. Central Bank announced last year, so this is already something, and it's been years with an S. They've been planning this. Okay. It says conducting research in conjunction with the MIT Media Lab. All right, so the government and the school system goes hand in hand. Okay, high-ranking members of the military-industrial complex deal directly with academia, deal directly with medicine. This is all, they all work together, man. All right, seeking to construct and test a hypothetical digital dollar. So this is all just hypothetical right now, which is they're gonna make it physical. That's what these niggas do. They make shit manifest. That is one of their that's one of their great feats. Okay? It's by having the dew of the earth. You know? And part of having the dew of the earth is having the currency of the earth. In order to have these things, you can't have giant palaces and these amazing cars and having all these top level hospitals and all these other things if you don't have any sort of currency. Okay? It says some lawmakers have expressed interest. Senate Banking Committee Chair Sherrod Brown, an Ohio Democrat, has advocated using digital technology to help reduce costs for accessing and transferring money, which that's fucking ridiculous, And excuse my language, but it is. It is so ridiculous thinking that what's the cost of transferring money? Everything is instantaneous now. You got all sorts of things. You got, there's all sorts of different apps where you can just transfer money instantly. Okay, it says, especially those outside the traditional banking system. So they're trying to get this, they're trying to not only push this here, they're trying to push it internationally, which is how you know that the RFID microchip and the NFC chip All right, near field communication chip. That's the now they're both the same chip, but internationally it's called the NFC chip. All right, it says Bitcoin, for its part, is championed by its supporters as essentially a separate financial system, independent from the control of central banks and any potential state-sponsored digital currencies. Which that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I would not doubt if Bitcoin was created by somebody within the government. All right. They say we don't know who created Bitcoin. It's simple. Either Jake created Bitcoin or Esau created Bitcoin. That's it. You know? And I'm leaning more towards Jake. And it says, even so, Fed Chair Jerome Powell has stressed it's more important for the U.S. as keeper of the world's most popular reserve currency to be right rather than first on this front. Yellen echoed that, saying officials must first address a number of issues, including how a digital currency might affect traditional bank deposits, financial stability, consumer protection, and illicit transactions, which traditional bank deposits, okay, that really only applies to so-called white people, because they're the ones depositing, you know, $5,000, $6,000 a check, you know, $100,000 a check into the banks. So to think that Jake is gonna have a problem transferring our little ass weak ass check every 2 weeks, that's ridiculous. The so-called white man has all the buying power and all the spending power. Okay, it says financial stability, which, how is having digital money, how is that going to create a financially stable environment? You know, because the chip is going to be, the chip is a form of blackmail too, if you think about it. If you don't do the right thing, they're just going to get rid of it. Okay, and if they get rid of the chip in you, the turning it on, then you done. All right, which really you done if you take it. You know, if you take it, you're done. In the eyes of the Most High, you're done. You're toast. Your ass is gonna die. All right. But what happens when E cuts your chip off, man? He deems you not worthy, or you go up against him. Okay, and he takes it out, man. And that's why, man, the spirit has got to be on you to resist the chip. Now, me, myself, I've never liked needles. I've always been very afraid of needles. So just the idea of me sitting down and having them plunge a giant needle into my hand, that already terrifies me. You know, that's the spirit of Jake. That's not something that we like. You know, so we just pray that the Lord continues to put that spirit on us to fight against this threat, man. Day in and day out. Because it's going to become more and more appealing to take the chip. All the way up until, you know, you're going to see people starving to death. You know, I was watching this video about water, you know, just fasting. Drinking water. This guy said he was fasting for, you know, like 38 days, man. Which that to me is just like, damn, you know. Lord may put the spirit on you to do that, you know. Eat a small piece of meat, a little bit of vegetables, a small piece of bread, and then go a whole month without eating, you know, and just be running off pure spirit, man. Okay, it says there's a lot to consider here, but it's absolutely worth looking at, she said. Yellen's predecessor was cool on the idea. In 2018, he said the Fed and Treasury were studying the pros and cons of digital dollars, but we don't think there's any need for that at this point. Yeah, and that was 2018. That was 3 years ago. So now what they on? They on the digital dollar. They on getting you on the grid. They on getting you on the system. You already on the system, but now they about to really put in hyperdrive. All right, it says all right, so that's the end of the article right there. So I just had one precept in mind. I read over this, go down a couple, and then I'm in the video. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And it reads, "He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High." And who is he? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, it says, great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And part of this damn devil wearing us out is by putting this system up in place. See, because the so-called white man understands that as soon as he puts his system in place, it's going to be a certain remnant of us that ain't going to take part in it. That's part of getting weared out. You know, you might have to see, your kids starve. You know, family members starve, your woman starve, you starve. You never know. That's part of getting wore out. But through the Spirit, you know, if the Lord is working with you, you can't be wore out. Salakia. And it reads, "And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws." Yeah, so not only are they changing the time, they're changing the laws. Yeah, they changing up all the time. Oh, it's not now. Now is the time for the digital dollar. You know, now that the dollar ain't worth shit. Now it's time for a digital dollar. Okay? All right, it says in laws. So they're creating legislation in order to make this chip a thing, in order to make this digital money a thing. Because how are you gonna be able to carry digital currency? You already got your phone, which is able to carry your card data. But no, they're gonna need something more verifiable, something that they can verify, which is you, your biometrics, you. That's why I want to put that damn chip in you. All right. It says, "And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times in the dividing of time." All right, so we're going to be subject to your ass, you dirty red devil. We have been given into your hand. That's why it says in the scriptures that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, it says, verse 26, "But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end." Woo! "And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, Yasharahla," okay, Israel, "whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. So Daniel saw certain things, man. Okay, and it bothered him. You know, but he kept it solid. All right, his countenance changed. And there's certain things that get revealed unto us, and it changes us for the better, man. As the prophecies begin to really roll and to really just steamroll and to keep going, man, it's changing our countenance. We are understanding more and more day by day, okay, what's taking place here? You know, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see this happening, hey, right up under everybody's nose. And only the hopeful elect of Yasharahla, you know, can see this, man. You know, Shema Yasharahla Adonai Yahweh Yahweh Echad. Hear, O Israel, our power is one. He's unifying the hopeful elect, he's dividing, slicing, and dicing, okay, 2/3 in an instant, man. So the 2/3 are going to continue to scramble around, not understand what's going on. And the hopeful elect, 1/3 and 144,000 are going to solidify, okay, and come together in these times, man. So Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ha-Rakha Kodash. Okay? All the praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash, man. Double honors to the apostle elders of the great millstone who rule well, and teach well, and honors to you brothers who are bringing out this word in sincerity and in faith, man. This is your brother Jasham. May the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, continue to work with you hopeful elect brothers, man. And keep pushing this word. We almost the hell up out of here, alright? Shalom.